Hi, everybody. This is Felicia with FeliciaMarieG.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I want to talk to you about how to honor space for integration. So if this is something you've never heard about before, and you're someone who is maybe new to energy work or working on your healing, you're definitely going to love this video because I think this is a topic a lot of people don't talk about. And it's really critical. It's about expansion and contraction. So we need both in order to fully integrate energies that we've let go and also new energies that we've called in. So when you're working with healing, or not even healing per se, let's say you're not doing healing consciously, right? You're not actually booking an appointment with a healer and getting some energy work done on yourself. You're still going through life experiences that are causing you to grow and change in some way, right? So let's just focus on that end, not on specific, if you're someone who goes and gets healing done. Let's say you go through a traumatic life experience, right? Maybe you get laid off from your job. That's traumatic, okay? It's not getting chased by a bear traumatic, but it feels like it, right? Because what it does is it tests your survival. Like, are you going to be able to find another job? Is this the point at which you should start your own business? How are you going to feed your children? It hits everything: survival, stability, and safety. So when something like that happens, it causes emotional trauma. Not for everyone. Some people, depending on where you're at in your life lessons and your soul lessons, right, that may not affect you at all. You might go, well, okay, I've been through this before. I'm going to just go find another job. And that belief system is aligned with going and finding another job. So guess what? Because your belief system is aligned with it, you will find it. This all comes back to our belief systems, right? Because that's what we call into our energy. But let's say you're on the other end of it and it really hits you emotionally. It gets all your fears going. And a lot of us have fears on safety and stability and security, right? Especially when it comes to finances. Those seem to have such a hold on us, right? Anything when it comes to money. So if something like that happens, it causes trauma. So what happens is we initially start, it's like we don't want to lose any time, right? But what's really going on is behind the scenes, we've just had like this massive heart shift that has happened where a lot of our fears have come up, but the fears have caused us to feel like we have to take immediate action. So what happens is you get disconnected, and I don't mean literally, because we can never be disconnected from our intuition, but we feel like maybe we're not getting as much clarity, like maybe we don't know what to do, like maybe we need to take immediate action. We need to do something about it right now because there aren't many jobs out there. So all your beliefs start to come in. They start to come into play. They start to come into the fold, right? And they start dictating your behavior. So the best thing to do when something like this comes up, and this is for any kind of situation, is stop and take a step back. Because a day or two of not doing anything is not going to mean that you don't find a job or you don't take whatever this next step is. But what it does is it creates space for you to be fully centered, fully connected, at peace in the heart, and grounded. And if you don't know how to ground your energy, I have a video on that, so check it out. You want to search for a job in this case from a place of being centered and knowing what you want. Because let's say you got laid off, right? But you hated your job anyway. So the universe gave you an out. I mean, you hated your job, complained about it all the time. Now you got an out. Awesome. That's a blessing. that you'll realize later. It may not feel like a blessing in the moment, but it is a blessing. The universe just gave you an out. That's what you wanted, right? So, and that's not everybody. I'm just using it as an example. So now you have an opportunity to get really centered and grounded and figure out what you want, instead of just going and getting yourself into a similar situation like you've probably done many times in the past. You have an opportunity now to sit down and figure out what you want to do, where you want to go in your life. Who do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be going forward? What does the next leg of your journey look like? You have an opportunity for all of that. It's amazing. But if you don't create that time and space to figure it out, to figure out what this next version of you looks like here on earth, here in the world, you're just going to get yourself into another situation that's exactly the same. So you want to make time and space for that, first of all. After that's done and you've made that time and space, and by the way, that time and space also gives you some time to let the trauma process, right? Like all these emotions came up. I personally, when I've left a job before, I've taken like a month off. I mean, not now that I own my own business, I don't get a day off. Just kidding, I do. I take days off all the time. But when I used to work for other people and I left the job, right, I would take like a month off because I'm a chronic, not so much anymore, but I really overwork a lot. And I'm a hard worker. I like to work. If I like what I'm doing, I put a lot of hours in, and I often lose track of my personal life, right? So if you're anything like me, and again, this is like a previous version of me, I don't really do that anymore, but if you're anything like that, you want to take time off and just let your energy come down. Let yourself get some rest. You always want to make sure you're just saving some money on the side. So you buy yourself, money just buys us time and space. That's all it buys us. It buys us time and space and freedom. That's it. And you can be free without money. Of course you can. But right now, we need money to get certain things, right? And so it's beneficial for that reason. So do what you can to free yourself. When you experience a traumatic situation, you want to really, whether it's buying yourself time and space and you go on a short trip, or just gracing yourself with time and space in a staycation, you want to give yourself some time to just process this energy that is wanting to move through you. And you may find that once you just say, I'm not going to do anything at all, a bunch of emotions come up and you start to feel like all these questions are there. But questions are wonderful, because when you start asking questions, your soul starts answering them. But you're not going to hear them or feel them unless you're quiet. So give yourself some time and space when you're going through an issue like this to integrate what's happened and what's going on, and give yourself as long as it takes. Just be kind to yourself. There's a child inside of you that needs grace and love and acceptance. So give yourself that time and space for that to process. Once you do that and you're fully centered, you can come back to the fight, right? To the war. That's how it feels for some of us, right? It's like, okay, now we gotta get back on it. If it does feel like that and you're getting back on the horse, it's kind of a masculine energy. And it's good to be in the masculine, especially if you're a man, right? But if you're a woman in the masculine energy is very directive and it gets things done. Okay? It's like to-do list type stuff, right? And I could do a whole separate video on that, but that's just the short version. When you are looking for a job, of course, that's very directive. You're out making things happen. You're meeting people, etc. That's very masculine energy. Okay? But the space and integration I was talking about is a very feminine energy. It's like this. It's open. It's giving yourself time to receive the guidance, the blessings. There might be a job literally right in front of your face that you're not paying attention to because you're in the masculine directive. I got to do this, I got to do that. But sometimes we have to stop and receive. So I hope this video helped you. Please let me know in the comments if you tried this out. And this is something you want to do if you have been pushing really hard in your life and things don't seem to be working for you. This is especially the time that you want hands off. Hands off. And it is a time to stop and say, this is a mantra I created for one of my programs a long time ago, or I channeled it, but universe, take the wheel. You just direct it, Directive in this case is the mantra. Universe, take the wheel. But see how my body language is, I'm going to be open to whatever comes through. That's the feminine. So my energy is open, but I'm saying, universe, take the wheel. That's like me saying, I surrender this to you. This is on you now. I need your help. So say that and take a few days off and let things simmer. Let the universe start to make these changes for you, because they will. But you have to be open to receiving. You can't be like this and expect that things are going to come through for you. They won't. You have to be open. Okay? Try it out and let me know in the comments. This really does work. Give it a shot. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe and you'll be notified about all the videos that we have going up weekly. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.